did you know about 80% of all 401k participants, they don't even understand all the options when they leave the job. And folks, that could be you as well. Now, what does that mean? That means a lot of people are making decisions that could be costing them hundreds or even thousands of retirement dollars without even fully understanding, hey, what are they doing? What possibly could be done? Now, the good news is there's a solution. There's a very easy solution for all of these things. So you don't have to guess what you need to do with your 401k, because I want to break this stuff down. But before you move your money, let's talk about the 5 biggest mistakes that you need to avoid, folks. I'm going to dive right into it. Number 1 is taking the money instead of doing a direct rollover. This is huge. Say you have $100,000 in an old 401k. Now, if the money's paid directly to you instead of being sent directly to another retirement strategy, right? The money's coming to you. The plan, generally they have to withhold 20% for federal taxes. That's $20,000, and a lot of people don't think about it. That means you're only going to receive that $80,000, but if you want to roll over the entire $100,000 into another retirement account, guess what? You generally have to replace that $20,000 yourself, and people don't talk about that. And if you don't, guess what? That money could become taxable. And if you're under 59 and a half, you guys already know that could be another 10%, an additional 10% tax. In situations where, guess what? Early distribution penalties, it could apply. It happens a lot. So what's the simple solution? The simple solution, folks, is this. When possible, ask for a direct rollover, a trustee to trustee rollover. Have the money go directly from the old 401k company to the new retirement strategy. Do not have the money come to you. Let the money go from the one place directly to the other place. That's going to be able to help you to avoid that unnecessary tax problem. That's number 1. Now, number 2 is, this is huge, missing the 60-day rollover deadline. People don't know that. If the money is being paid to you instead, let's say it has to come to you. For some reason, the money has to come to you. There's a general 60-day window to complete that rollover. So you have 60 days from the day receiving it. Now, here's the problem. This is a big problem. What do you think happens? People are going to get the check. They're going to put it in their bank account. And then people are going to think about, look, I'll take care of it later. You know, I got other things to do. Then guess what? 60 days goes by. And now you have what? You have a taxable distribution that's right on your hands. That's you. So imagine you got, matter of fact, I have a client that had $150,000, okay? That entire amount became taxable. Let's just say at that point, 24% tax rate, that's $36,000 in federal income tax. And if that 10% additional tax were to apply, that would have been another $15,000. But luckily, they were older. That's potentially $51,000. You have $150,000, $151,000 is gone. Now, that's huge, okay? Now, remember, the taxes are going to depend on the situation. There could be different exceptions. Obviously, there are exceptions to every rule for certain rollovers. Understand that. But why would you create the problem in the first place, folks? So the solution is this, and this is very simple. If you have the money, right, if you're going to roll the money over, don't wait. If you get a check, just do it immediately, right? And whenever possible, like I said, for number 1, use a direct rollover instead of taking the money for yourself. So you won't even have to worry about the 60 days. Now, number 3 is ignoring the fees. This is huge. This is why I say it's huge, because what? All those fees, they look small. Okay, you might hear a 0.5% fee. Oh, that's no big deal. All right, 1%. Oh, that's a little bit more. Maybe 0.25%. You know, it doesn't sound like much when you start hearing all those things. You're going to think that's not going to be a big deal. Boy, listen, I've been licensed for the last decade. I'm telling you, it becomes a big deal over many years. That's the thing, folks. The Government Accountability Office, they found out what? 40% of 401k participants, they don't understand their fees. That's almost half of people out there have a retirement plan they don't understand. And 41% incorrectly believe that they don't have to pay any fees at all. Man, that's huge. So think about it. Think about that just for a second. If you have hundreds and thousands of dollars invested, and then you don't even know exactly what you're paying for, what the fees are for, 40% of people do that. And I'll tell you right now, matter of fact, I'll give you an example. If you had $500,000 invested on 1% annual cost, $5,000 a year, it doesn't sound like much. That's, guess what, $50,000 in 10 years. The bigger issue, though, is that you're also losing an opportunity to be able to earn more on that money that went towards fees when it could be, guess what, going somewhere else. That's compounding. You have your compound fees instead of investing. The simple solution is, guess what? Before you roll your money over, okay, you need to find out what you're paying, number one, what you're paying now for your 401k. Then compare those costs to what you would be paying in the new account. Compare the old fees to the new fees. Don't just ask, what is the cost? Don't worry about the cost. Worry about the fee. Ask, what am I getting for that fee? What am I getting for that cost? You need to understand that. Now, number 4 is rolling your money over, but without comparing the investment choices. I have a lot of clients, I want to move my money from here to there that don't understand the choices. A rollover, I'm not saying that the rollover is good. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm saying it depends on where you're moving it and what are your plans. Do you plan on touching it in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? You got to know these things. Your old 401k, it might have, guess what, certain investments that it's in. But your new 401k, your new retirement plan may have different investment strategies. May grow a lot more, may grow less. Who knows? An IRA, it might give you more choices, but does more choices mean better? You got to understand that. And another retirement strategy, guess what? It could have a completely different cost risk, all right? Different benefits. It may even have different restrictions, not just at 59.5. I tell people the mistake is saying, I'm leaving my job and I guess I'll just move everything into whatever they have and don't even look at it. No, folks, you need to understand what you're actually buying or investing into, and then before and after the rollover, you need to figure that stuff out. Because moving $200,000 from one account to another, it doesn't automatically make that money better. It doesn't automatically make that money better. So the solution is very simple. Compare. Just do an old school comparison. Compare the old account with the new account before you start moving it. Look at all the investments. Look at the investment strategies. Look at the fees. You want to look at everything and compare it apple to apple. Look at the risk. Are you going to be losing money? Does it have a stopper? Does it have a rider? Look at all that stuff. Do you have easy access to your money? Is it harder to get your money? Is there penalties? You have to understand all that, what you're actually getting before you move your money. You need to figure that out. And then number 5, this is huge, forgetting about taxes when considering a Roth conversion. People never think about this. It's very important, okay? If you have a traditional IRA, a traditional 401k, roll it over into a retirement account that's different from the conversion. Maybe it's a Roth account. Maybe it's something that grows tax-free. Guess what? With that conversion, especially let's say a Roth conversion, you're generally moving pre-tax money into what? A Roth account that can create taxable income when you do that. So let's say I use the same example from earlier. You have $200,000 traditional 401k. If that entire $200,000 is taxable, okay, and let's say the same hypothetical 24% federal tax bracket, that's $48,000 in federal income tax, okay? At 32%, that's $64,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of pre-tax money that hasn't come out yet. And that's why I tell people, you shouldn't just say, look, I heard a Roth IRA is better, so I'll move everything right into the Roth. You hear all these things. Well, guess what? The solution is, before doing your conversion, you need to understand how much could become taxable. If it's considered taxable income, are they going to tax it before you move at it? look at your current income. Is that going to make you raise a tax bracket? Because now, guess what? You're making $80,000. You move this, and they want to tax it. Guess what? That could raise you to a whole nother bracket. So you need to figure out these things to know how it's going to be moved. So if you're going to be paying a penalty or tax now, if you're going to be paying it later, see which one makes sense. Okay, you need to, because a lot of folks don't. So what are the 5 mistakes? Number 1, which is the biggest one, is taking the money instead of doing a direct rollover. That's the biggest mistake I see. Number 2, okay, is missing that 60-day deadline. You got 60 days to move it. Number 3 is ignoring those fees. Those little bit of fees that add up. Number 4 is, guess what? Moving your money without comparing between investment choices. And then number 5, which is the big one, is people forget about taxation and how it's going to be taxed when they're moving it. These are 5 mistakes that could cost you, we're talking 20-30% of your entire portfolio. 1/3 of the money you've been saving could be gone from simple mistakes, taxes, fees, and penalties. Guess what? In 2026, the employer contribution limit we know is $24,500. And then if you're older, you got $8,000 catch-up contribution. If you're at the age of 50 and older, sounds great. Do you have the money? But do you have the time to be able to catch up if you make a mistake? A lot of folks don't. So before you move your money, understand these things. And if you're not sure if you're in the right spot, click on the link in my description. It's going to give you a couple precursors, a couple checkers to see, look, am I right? Am I wrong? A couple checklists, all those things. Because the biggest mistake is moving money and not understanding how it works. So with that being said, ladies and gents, just here to drop a few cents. You're here with your finance doc. Make sure that you like, follow, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.